we've talked about it a little bit. You've seen Adam's tweets. I want to start with Adam because I think people are feeling that he's being wishy-washy on this subject. Dan Campbell's aggressive play calling, is it good or bad? Adam, last week you were mad that it wasn't aggressive enough. People are saying now you're mad that it's too aggressive for your liking.
People are dumb.
What? Okay, there we go.
People are dumb.
Situational. I mean,
Guys, that is not being aggressive.
I'm not
That is
person,
being
I'm just
stupid.
saying.
You are down 2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
You need to put points on the board, whether or not it's a field goal or a touchdown. You need to walk away on that drive with points or you lose the game. And what do? You put the ball in Jared Goff's hands? Again, I said it before the season. It's so easy for Dan Campbell to just be gung-ho on his... hey, I'm going to make the most aggressive decisions. I'm here to change the culture. Well, you know what, Dan? It'd be nice if you would make a decision that actually won your team a game. Winning changes the culture.
right.
And it doesn't change it year 1. No, it doesn't. You change it year 2 or 3. You change the culture by winning for a consistent amount of time. For a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year period. You are considered one of the best teams in your division, a contender in the NFC. That is how you change this culture. Not by going for it on 4th and 1, putting it in your quarterback's hands in the shotgun, throwing to a rookie wide receiver. And again, I'm telling you guys, there's no chance in hell that play call was scripted going into the game. The Lions were not prepared for a scenario on the goal line where they were down 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They were not prepared, and it showed. Because they didn't have options. They came out with an out route to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He could have broke harder. Jared Goff should have made a throw. I got it. I'm with you guys on that. But let's remember one thing. It's easy to make those decisions when you're playing for nothing. You have nothing to lose. I'm not judging him year 1. Nobody seriously is judging the guy year 1. You want to look for team development, player development, but you're not going to look at his win-loss record and say, wow, that's a really bad football coach. No, but the late-game decisions don't help. And, sorry, you're going to get questioned for them. You want to be bold? You want to be aggressive? Great. I have no problem with it. But what happened against Chicago wasn't aggressive. It was stupid. It was naive. You needed points, whether it was 7 or 3, to have a chance. Forget the 4th down situation. You needed, on that drive, to get 3 or 7 points to give your team a chance. And it just so happened that you had 2 timeouts and there were over 4 minutes left in that football game. Mm-hmm. Which means you still could have given up 1, 2, maybe even 3 first downs if they were achieved fast enough where you could still get the ball back. And I understand. It's difficult to go down the field with 0 timeouts and score a touchdown. Well, you know what? You should have thought about that in the 1st and 2nd quarter. But, oh, no, we're being aggressive now. We don't need the points. Hey, we don't need the 3 points here. We don't need them. We'll just turn the ball over in the red zone. Huh. Really? But I'm not allowed to question decision-making on Mondays, right? Guys, this isn't about being aggressive. Being aggressive is great. I'm all for it. If he would have ran the ball, I would have respected it a little more. But to give the ball to the quarterback, let's be honest here, that none of us believe in, the quarterback who didn't make a sideline throw all game, who only was hitting balls over the middle and through the seam routes to Khalif Raymond, that is the guy you gave the ball on 4th and 1. But you didn't trust him last week against Baltimore. What do you want me to say today? Honestly, what do you guys want from me this morning? Seriously. What would you like me to say to make you feel better about what happened on Sunday? Honestly. Please, somebody tell me. Because last week, it was 1st and 10 at the 2-minute warning. And you didn't have the balls to try and win the game. But now this week, you turned around on 4th and 1. Instead of making it a 1-possession game, and again, I understand the analytics side of it, but the analytics also said they only had a 5% chance of winning more by going for it than actually kicking the field goal. So it was worth the 5% increase? The risk was worth the 5% increase. That's our analytical-based decision coaching right now, right? I'm tired of this. You don't have Kyler Murray. You don't have Dak Prescott to an extent. You don't have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. You have Jared freaking Goff
Thought he still had Stafford.
as your quarterback.
I don't know.
You have Jared Goff as your quarterback. How dare you? How dare you say it was a gut feeling to go for it with Jared Goff as your quarterback? You put it in his hands? Well, Adam, you're saying take the field goal. You're ripping on Goff. How could you trust Goff to go down and get you a touchdown after that? Nothing I say is going to change your minds because you're all honestly either stupid, naive, or delusional, and I can't help any of the three. I really can't help you. Lions fans posing with the flag outside of the game. One pride. Dan Campbell, we love you. Grow up. Grow up. You are an adult. Grow up.
All right, I can't let that one slide.
No.
I can't let that slide.
Jeff.
Like
Get him,
that's
Jeff.
called being a genuine fan.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's wrong with you?
I agree with you
Let
though.
people enjoy things.
I'm not going to let people enjoy things when
'Cause
they're
I'm
going
not
to
enjoying
try to sit
things.
up here and actually justify stupidity
Yeah.
and say that this team has a chance of winning all these games.
Now, if those people are saying 8 to 10 wins, I agree.
Those
with
are
you.
the same people.
Okay,
No,
well,
you don't
I'd
know
still
that.
support my team and say
Crackhead
we're
was
going to
in
be.
the picture.
you're
He's
not
the
gonna be
same guy
good.
that sat up there and said they would win 11
It would
football
be
games.
Fish. Fish would be in that crowd. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing?
Stop excusing this. Stop excusing. Stop excusing the decision because the team didn't execute it.
So you want Lions fans to show up to Chicago?
That's not what I said. Don't be like them and put words in my mouth.
Oh wait, let me address
and
what.
not wear Lions stuff.
That's not what I said.
Let me address
That's
what he
not
did
what I
say
said.
because I do agree with you. It's about because people who said that point of Adam wanted you to be aggressive against the Ravens. I remember reading things on Twitter. I was like,
You're trying to win the game.
Yeah, I know.
Against Chicago,
I
you're
know.
trying to tie the game.
I know.
You can't tie the game if it's a 2-possession game and you only have the ball one more time.
it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
Oh my God! The shock on Monday morning that it's a 2-possession game and you can't win it unless you get the ball 2 more times, which you couldn't. Oh my God! The shock on a Monday morning. Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
You know what? You know what my therapist used to say. You know what they said. You said you use controlled aggression. All right. They like to talk about controlled
Dan Campbell
aggression.
is basically a
No.
virgin nutting all over himself because the first time he's
No,
ever
no, hold
masturbated.
on.
He's
Hold
just every 4th down situation. He's just going for it. I'll go
Hey,
for it here, there. I'm gonna go for it here. I don't need the points. I'm down 14-0. Who needs the points, guys?
Listen,
Unbelievable.
People,
Unbelievable.
People who don't have controlled aggression don't have that much to lose. That is what it is. And I don't know. In this case, we understand, and people like to give the pass to Dan. He's not expected to win games. You want him to go for it. Well, sometimes with the less risky decision can still lead to a good outcome. I mean, is that a surprise to anybody? At least being smart in a football game can still lead to a positive outcome. You don't have to go for it in such deep territory and put the ball in Jared Goff's hands to a rookie wide receiver. Doesn't make any sense at all. I agree with that point, like what you're making. You want to win the game. I get if they already previously kicked a field goal and they were only down 7, go for it. I could care less.
Okay, but why were they down 10? Did they refuse to take 6 points in the first half? Yes or no?
Yes.
Again,
So there we go.
aggressive play calling. Listen, you can't have the cake you want and eat it at the same time. Isn't that the saying, Kennedy? You can't have it both ways.
Yes, right.
You can't sit up here and say I'm being harsh for criticizing aggressive play calling when they're leaving points on the board. Going for it on 4th and 1 at the opponent's 45, I'm game for. Good. Do that more. I like that. I like the aggressiveness. Going for it on 4th and goal with limited options, knowing that Hawkinson is probably going to get covered and that they're probably expecting either a run or a quick out. Like, you don't have an end zone. You don't have a red zone threat. You're going to line up Hawkinson on the edge? Great. Go for it. What are the chances of that working? Jared Goff's your quarterback. Keep excusing his decision-making by failed execution. You do that. I promise you, no head coach around the NFL is sitting up there saying, yeah, you know what, our team should have executed. It's not my fault.
Right.
I made the right decision. We just didn't execute. Shut up.
It's the opposite. They didn't execute because of the wrong decision. That's what
guys,
it seems like.
I'm telling you, Corey Woods needs to go in there today and ask this question. I'm so curious because I already know the answer though. Were the Lions prepared?
Oh my God.
In their script, remember, you're planning for every situation
right.
possible during the week. Were the Lions prepared to be down 2 scores and they had a play drawn up to go for it on 4th and short. Were they prepared for it? I believe no. It was so obvious based on the play call, based on them not even thinking to call a timeout on one of the most important plays of the game.
That's a mental. That is a coaching mistake right there.
Well, that's
I don't
point,
think
though.
not making a timeout doesn't mean they weren't prepared. I'm sure they were expected to be down. They have play calls for being down 2 scores. It's the line. I mean, they're not expected to be up in a game or at least a close game. Amon-Ra's open, Quintez is open. The play call's still bogus.
Jared Goff is your quarterback.
I understand. That's why the play call's still bogus. It doesn't make sense.
The same people.
It doesn't make
We'll
sense.
say Jared Goff had a good game, Adam.
Oh my
298
God.
yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He looked better than
3
Stafford did
fumbles.
yesterday.
Come on, dude.
Guys. Jared Goff is limited. He was traded away for a reason.
He's the Mackinac
Accept
Bridge
it.
of
And if you guys
quarterbacks.
want to show up today on a Monday because the Rams lost one football game and you want to flip out and say, wow, we're justified now, like, grow up a little bit. Grow up. The Bucks were 7-5 after their Monday night loss to the Rams last year, and they didn't lose a game for the rest of the years. The Rams are sitting at 3-1 in the hardest division in football. They lost to a really good football team, probably a top 5 team in the NFL. Excuse them. Unbelievable. I'm not sure where else to go with this. People, you guys are really missing the ball here, but we got to hit around the league. Lots of NFL games to talk about. Lots of action from the Vikings and the Browns, Packers, Steelers. I called that one correct. I was happy about that. Giants won. The Jets won. Happy for Robert
that one
Saleh.
too.
Michigan native, Robert Saleh got his first NFL win. That was huge. We'll get to all that after the break, won't we, Kennedy?